Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay. I'm your host and GM, Duhad, and joining me, as always, are the artist formerly known as Belil.
Hi, wait, formerly.
Bang!
Formerly.
Irish, a.k.a. Morath.
Hello.
The legend from down under, Zombie Cam.
To quote, my
Hi.
mic is broken.
I was hoping to have April freak out.
Oh, God.
Read it in time.
I was freaking out.
Oh, my God, I'm fucking... Oh, shit, I didn't even see
Asshole.
that. Oh, you asked. You were going to trick me into thinking your mic was broken. Ah, you asshole. You asshole. Anyway, and finally, the man from Texas himself is Winter.
Howdy, partner.
That is the worst Texan impression I've ever heard.
No, it's actually think about it. It's the best Texan impression you've ever heard.
No, you've made your state
He's a Texan
unproud.
pretending to be a Southern Texan, and
Just
Okay.
shameful. Shameful. Anyway, so where last we left off, it was Skullgirls. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that voice. So where last we left our heroes, you guys had just realized that you were betrayed by Sign. Laura
Like that
Has-
fucking master of dicks.
Laura has joined the party. Cosign has realized that Doc is his father. Hippo has become the new Skullgirl and is raising an army of Geigans to basically break the stalemate in No Man's Land. And pretty much everyone else is just kind of reeling from the recent events. Oh, and Mabuse has been removed. Laura was killed temporarily to remove Mabuse and then brought back to life by Doc. So,
Yeah.
many dramatic
and
things.
I was setting the car on the fire. So.
Oh, yeah, right, you set the car on fire. Damn it, everything has been going on. It's been nuts.
I mean, wait, did we get a new car? Is that?
Yeah, you got like a new,
Yeah.
you got like a van, basically. Or like
Nice.
a moving truck sort of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys are now heading towards a safe house that Laura has told you all about, where she can reload her gun, which is now out of the ammo that she was using, and slightly damaged, needs to have a few parts replaced. But you got some stuff at this safe house that you've been working on that you're gonna refit the gun with. And the rest of you are just kind of trying to figure out exactly what your plan is now. And as you're driving on...
Is this a good idea?
Yes.
Is what a good idea.
Going to
ground
the safe
little while?
house that
Oh, don't
the
worry.
people that are tracking us know about?
No,
No, they actually don't know about this.
Yeah, this would be specifically a safe house that is unique to the Maltese Mafia. That the reason you're going here is because it is a place that only Laura knows about.
What about
Remember-
that parasite fellow? Won't he... What if he betrays you, Laura? What if he tells Sign about our location?
Do you really think
That's
that
character.
he would? Do you really think that he would tell Sign, a person who has been actively hating him, about this place? She'd probably dissect them before that.
Well, I don't know what sort of parasite he is. All I know is that parasites are tremendously trustworthy.
Now, before we go off on the sine cosine tangent,
Where to-
we have to actually figure out our next move. By the way, I'm saying this as I'm essentially armoring the vehicle with scraps and phone books and
Fair enough.
essentially anything that I think will stop a bullet.
So yeah, while you're doing that, Sign, who has been just sort of awkwardly hanging around Doc, trying to think of what to say.
Cosine.
What's that?
Cosine.
Oh, yeah, Dad.
No. You said Sign.
Oh, sine, cosine.
Right.
Sorry. Cosine. I apologize. Cosine is okay, right. Like, what our next plan is? Our next plan is to go and take care of that, traitor. Sign betrayed all of us, and, we're not going to let her get away with that, right?
Right. But right now we have a Skullgirl on the loose. We have somebody formerly with a parasite that no longer has a parasite. That is going to be, and the parasite now has its own agenda that is going to probably attack somebody, and then probably come for Doc. Then, on top of all that, they are now covered in weaponry. Weaponry that, as much as I made it not look like it hurt like a bitch.
Yeah, actually, Squiggly asked us, how are you? You that looks actually really painful.
Yeah, well, it's not. Let's just say that one of the things I get is the capability to take a hit like that and be better in a couple of minutes.
Even so, I've seen you work before, and I've seen your resume, but I don't think I've ever heard of you, getting hit that hard.
That's because nobody's ever used magic against me before.
If we go up against Sign, that's likely not going to be the last time you see magic used against you.
You're right. So now you know why I'm asking for a plan of action.
I also can't deal with the magic. My tennis racket only deals with non-magical things.
Yeah. So we need some sort of anti-magic field or something before we go against them, but that's not going to happen because that's years off.
I wonder who could do that. I wonder who here has some knowledge in magical. What? How?
Are you a wizard, Dad?
I'm an apothecary, son. I don't get along with wizards. Not since your mother.
Which probably means you have some way of putting him down. So.
Well, let's head there right now.
Can we? Excuse me. Do you mind if we stop past this place that we're coming up to here? This is my home.
You're gonna need some supplies.
Yes, I will.
I can help, Dad.
No, son. It's fine. I can do this myself. It'll only take 10 minutes, perhaps. You can all come inside and help yourselves to something to drink.
That sounds delightful. As long as it's firmly alcoholic. After the day we've had, we could probably all do also with some rest.
I don't want to drink another fucking drop of alcohol in my entire life.
Like sine and cosine bushes. Cosine, Cos and Squiggly both look at you. It's like,
what?
Oh yeah, abuse was the alcohol.
Yeah, I've never heard you turn down a drink before. Cosine's just like, yeah, and you had that whole vodka, like that giant vodka tub that, set up in the old office.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
We had to replace your entire liver with a whole new one, and then we had to update that one with spells to regenerate it.
Wow.
That's a lot of alcohol.
I don't recommend abuse as a parasite.
Leviathan just starts nodding.
I can see why.
Yeah.
So, as we pull into my home, tell me about this Mabuse.
He
seems to have done many a terrible thing.
Yeah, I think I can tell you some of the, modern history of him. You'd have to ask one of the parasites here about some of the older stuff. But Yeah, he was sort of my parasite after I lost my investigator job, and this is when they're basically like getting out of the car, and all of them are sort of starting to enter the building.
Okay, no, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, and she basically talks about how after she lost her job as an investigator for the police department. She went into private investigating, and then her alcohol problem started, and that's about the time when Mabuse, she assumes Mabuse was attached to her, and then after a while, she had picked up Unit Circle, and they started doing investigations, and then, yeah.
Before I was in the Chrysalis, Mabuse was known as a kind of a lackluster parasite, but apparently, due to its wakefulness, it has gained some potency.
It used to be nothing but a common pest. Something of a joke in the parasite world back in the day. Its most notable accomplishments came on the coattails of others. Apparently, all it really needed was an opportunity to take a larger piece of the pie.
So, tell me one more thing. What goal could he possibly have that he would risk engaging with brain drain in order to achieve?
Oh, well. Which part of that? Are you wondering about Sangre?
Yeah, in Sangre, having Sangre built by Mabuse.
I'm wondering why.
Yeah, Mabuse commissioned.
I just remember
Sangre
him saying
from Brain
something.
Drain, yeah.
I remember Mabuse saying something about brain drain. So yeah, just say built Mabuse or something, I guess.
Oh. Well, Sangre was built by Lab Zero, which is Brain Drain is the head of. Mostly because last time a Skullgirl was around, we had to get help from and she says this sarcastically, good old Eliza, for some help.
Oh, Eliza wants us dead now.
I wonder why.
I think she just wants everybody dead, to be completely and utterly honest with you.
Yeah, Mabuse and Eliza kind of have a rough past anyways.
I don't know so much about your parasite shit.
Uh-huh.
Well, everybody, come inside.
Yeah, everyone kind of follows, and like, Koss actually looks like really nervous. Like Koss is like this is super weird. Like this is like a dream come true, and yet at the same time, like, not what he expected. I'm gonna mute my mic for a second.
So, as you enter into Doc's house, it's a very small front area that has been fashioned into a waiting room. The walls are wallpaper, repeating pattern wallpaper of vines with flowers growing out of them. The flowers and the vines have been worn down quite significantly, and they've darkened a lot, so they're like a dark, almost bloody red instead of the light pink that they probably used to be. There's lots of books stacked up all around the room, as well as a table in the middle of the room, like a coffee table with some magazines on it for anyone who's waiting around. Pot plants and lots of plants are hanging from the ceiling and just put on top of stacks of books and such. Likely herbs for the apothecary, you imagine?
Yeah.
And then there's a small door leading into the back area.
Do you want us to hang out here, or should we go through that door?
You all wait out here, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
As
Not
you're
even-
waiting out there, Koss picks up one of the books. Like, man, it's just like this whole place is decorated like science room back in the old office.
Laura
Yes,
picks
your
up.
sister is a bit like that, isn't she? Dun, dun, dun. No.
Cox is like, oh no!
They actually were related this whole time.
Like there's a like
God.
cut to inside the there's like yeah, it's like, oh fuck, no, shit. I don't even need to go there. Okay, anyway, so you're all out in the
This is her one actual arm because the other one's not there. She still has the stump.
Yeah.
And she just uses one hand to basically look through a magazine. What is it, by the way? What is this one magazine? I'm asking either Zombie Cam or
Whatever is
people.
popular, I suppose.
all right. It is a copy of Soldier's Life monthly. It's kind of like a pulpy novel, like propaganda magazine about how glamorous the life of a soldier is and all the harrowing but ultimately like great adventures that Canopy Kingdom soldiers face on the battlefield fighting those devilish Gaigans and the unscrupulous Chess Kingdom people.
This is pretty fucking gross, but entertaining.
Renee is digging through and like she finds a pretty old copy, and just starts to flip through it looking for something.
All right. You actually do
You can
find
guess what?
Yeah, you actually find a copy of a very old comic in here. It depicts Annie of the Stars punching out the leader of the Chess Kingdom.
Nice.
So, Tabitha has picked up a tabloid and is flipping through it, while Fade is just kind of like sitting patiently because he can't read. So,
What are you, illiterate? Yes.
I'm blind.
no, I am blind. Well, okay, so he's blind. Back when he used to have eyes, the language was not the same, because in order for Tabitha to take a new host, she has to attach to him, and then they go into a chrysalis for several hundred years.
Yeah.
So the language was completely different.
Okay, so yeah, like as
really-
you're looking through the tabloid, as she's looking through the tabloid, though, there's a big like picture of the crown princess on the cover. It says 18 and pregnant ?
Oh,
Like-
looks like Beowulf's got a new girlfriend.
There's actually like a big like glossy article in here talking about an upcoming match. This is actually taking place tomorrow. It's like a big event. It's Beowulf versus Grendel.
Oh god.
Interesting.
Does Renee find either of those, April?
Yeah, you see both of those. Did you like? Oh, hold on a second. Let me look at the Skype for a moment. Okay, yeah, she does. She does. Like it's just like a smaller piece. Like it's not like a big
Yeah,
thing, but you
sure.
see like a little thing, like quotes from the front. And they're all heavily edited and stuff to be like,
This is
here's
great.
the good stuff. Like here's the stuff that we're really proud to show.
If Sign is spreading the rumor that every one of them have died due to
An attack by the
due to an attack,
Yeah.
then that would probably end up showing up in the magazine.
Well, it's happened less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how current these magazines were.
Here's the hint: they haven't been printed in the last hour.
Okay, but
They're
what
probably all way
if,
older.
What if they're magic?
That would be cool.
That would be
But-
the Chess Kingdom.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, the basically like you'll probably see on newsstands tomorrow, or maybe even like in the evening for like a special edition about like the attack and the fact that like in parts of the city fighting has already begun between new unit members and sympathizers against members of
Maltese Mafia?
no, against members of like the royal like army and like police.
Mhm.
Like the Maltese Mafia is on the side of the new unit in this. Like they again, like, the organization. It isn't like there was like a memo that went out to the entire organization saying like, "Who here is loyal to Laura?" No,
The
it's
company email, like
no, like basically what happened was as soon as like almost before the attack actually happened, there were like all these memos going out. Basically, like there was like basically like big warnings going out to everyone, like, you know, Laura's been murdered by the crown. So yeah, like the mafia is totally on the side of the new unit right now.
As Laura is reading the more current edition, Renee walks in front of her and shoves the old version in front of, between the, pretty much in her face, but like right in front of the other magazine. You see, this is my father here. Look at him. She points towards a picture, and then just like down, there's just a heavily edited quote.
Editorialized.
Yeah, editorialized quote.
oh shit. Well,
Yeah, he's currently a brigadier general. Like, isn't that so cool? Like, I know he could have just bought himself out of the army, but he decided to be just an honorable person. It's so cool.
Yeah, there's actually like the article's kind of nice. It's talking about like how like the very like how this guy is the very model of a modern brigadier general.
God fucking damn it. This is a very model.
Trigonometry and Gilbert and Sullivan.
Yes.
What the fuck's taking that doc so long?
I don't know. I'm sure.
No, go on. I didn't.
Oh yeah, like cosine's like getting actually got defensive is like I don't know, but I'm sure whatever Dad's doing, I'm sure it's really important.
Right.
Like
You know,
puts her
I
hand
would
on his
love
shoulder,
to
like,
get another arm. You know.
You can ask
You were
Dad
at
about
your
it.
house.
No. I want my arm.
Oh yeah.
I don't want some kooky guy that I met just the other day to that just killed me today to get me an arm.
Yeah, like Cost is actually kind of like conflicted right now. Like he's like, I really, 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 really want to just like stand up for my dad and all things, but also, yeah, he kind of totally killed you, and that's super fucked up. And also, like, he abandoned me my entire life, and I'm really like, like I'm happy, but how do I feel about this? So like this entire time, he's just squirming in his seat, looking uncomfortable.
It's like a child that never grew up.
Yeah. Kind of all the members of the new unit are.
Yeah, basically. Except for Laura, but then again, she wasn't that mature to begin with.
Well, I mean specifically like Cosine and Sine are both. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Squiggly's probably the most mature of all of them.
Yeah. And like and that's mostly just because she's kind of had to like step up more so. But yeah, like basically, like it's all kind of like everyone's kind of in a weird place right now mentally. Doc, how long like would you say it takes you to actually come back out again? And if you're doing what that thing in the book said, no, you cannot have them wait for 4 hours patiently in your waiting room.
Does it say 4 hours?
It said 4 hours, I believe.
Let's check again.
You know, you can bring the supplies with you, or tell them to go somewhere else while you're doing that.
Yeah, you need to spend 10 essence points for a period of 4 hours.
How many essence points does Doc have?
Oh, I can. Okay. I'll come back in 4 hours.
Okay,
We're not waiting
so
4 hours.
after half an hour, you guys start going like, he's taking a little while.
No. We'll leave. So I'll like spend 10 minutes setting it all up. We'll leave, and then I'll just come back.
Okay. Well, no, this is a process. You are expending 10 essence points over the course of a 4-hour preparation.
Oh, do it in the car then. Like,
Okay. So he
There is
comes out
plenty of
holding,
room.
like, a pod.
There is plenty of room in the van. Yeah.
Yeah. So he comes out holding like a couple of like
pot
cartons
filled
of
with
orange-
gold, lemons,
Yeah,
blood.
No, it's like you've got like this blood, you've got the cauldron, you've got this thing. Then you've also just got like a paper, like one of those like cardboard cartons of like lemonade and orange juice, like piled on top of it.
Yeah, I'm glad you got the new car, otherwise we wouldn't be able to fit any of that shit.
Yeah. Just curious. Where did he get the blood?
Don't ask.
From you, my friend. Remember when we were fighting off that beastie in the church? And I wiped the blood off your face with a tissue.
Yeah, but it wasn't a cauldron's worth of blood.
Oh, no. It's
just an
like
ingredient.
a handkerchief worth.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a vial. Okay.
Yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of things in a cauldron, blood being one of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what beast are you talking about?
Oh, some
The
silly
nun.
nun.
Squiggly kind of like looks at, like, kind of leans into you, Laura, and is like, it was the same creature that attacked my family's house that you all saved me from. The one that was with Tan when she...
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might also not like us very much. No one really likes us much anymore, though. So
I can imagine.
And apparently the one that gave the skull heart to that guy again. Alright.
She's a demon, whatever she is.
What?
Well, I mean, I think the fact that she was taken out by a spear and then was able to completely recover as if nothing had happened was definitely an indicator.
Anyway, let's just head to my
All
place.
Yeah, you all pile into the back of this truck, and yeah, like Doc, you get to work on your potion. God damn it! This is actually just god damn it! This is like forcibly reminding me of just a thing. Oh fuck! I won't go. Not even going into that.
Referential humor.
Yeah, god damn it, shut up. You guys drive. Oh, I'm losing track of my brain. You guys head over, driving along, toot toot, and you arrive at this nondescript apartment block. And Laura, you lead the way to a door that is looks totally normal. It's like another apartment building, but someone has graffitied like next to the thing just a picture, like a really kind of like weird picture. Like it looks like a caricature, but you're not sure who the caricature is of. And all of you who all of you who have any sort of criminal knowledge, roll me intelligence plus streetwise, or perception plus streetwise.
Not nice.
Yeah, you don't have to. Laura knows exactly what the symbol is, but the rest of you, if
I'm
you
gonna
want to
roll
know.
anyways
Okay.
because I'm awesome.
no, no streetwise, none of that.
Okay.
It didn't matter because I got 20 in total anyway.
Okay. So, you knew exactly what this is, but oh, that's actually funny. I'm gonna. Okay. Anyone else succeed on this?
What was the thing on?
Streetwise plus your reception.
Got a 14. Yeah.
Okay. So you actually recognize this, and Laura, you know exactly what this is anyway, but you like definitely recognize it with that roll. Before any of you can say anything, Peacock basically, sorry, not Peacock, Patricia, sorry, I hate myself. Patricia,
Isn't her nickname like Peacock or something?
yeah, it's probably actually already Peacock. Anyway, point is, Patricia like pipes up and is like, "Hey, this is a speakeasy. I recognize that logo. That's a like speakeasy sign." And kind of looks around like, I mean, I assume.
Ooh.
Well then. Anyway, come on in, and she knocks on the door with a
Yeah,
like
little,
like the knock pattern that you're supposed to do.
yeah, the little sign opens up and like a couple eyes peer out. it's like, pass. Oh, Laura. And then click, click. Door opens, and you see the same feral from before on the other side, big fish lady. And she's like holding a shot. Like you actually see there's like a shotgun that has been like sawn into the door. Like she has a gun in her hand. There's also just a gun that has been established and set up to, shoot anyone through the door in case whoever on the other side doesn't have a gun on hand.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I have company, so please provide them with a drink. Introduce them to anyone else.
Oh, I thought you were dead. Word's going up all over the city. They're all dead.
That was a lie.
The hell's going on? You guys managed to escape the crown?
No, there's something much worse that happened. You know Sign, right?
Yeah, of course I know Sign.
She was the mole.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, no.
Goddamn chesky piece of shit. Alright. Listen, all y'all come in. We gotta close this place up in case anyone sees you.
Yeah.
Imagine you want to keep this all on the DL?
Yes. I'll be in the back preparing something.
Alright, you got it, boss. Alright, everybody else get in here.
Yeah. I'm gonna follow in. I'm gonna look at the shotgun. The left shell is about 5 powder points below the other. By the way, you're gonna want to swap it out.
All right, thank you very much, Hurricane Man. She closes and locks the door behind you after scoping out the street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, this place is it's closed. It looks closed for the day, but you actually see there's a bunch of mats thrown out all over the floor. This is clearly a bar that has been turned into a barracks.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is on heavy duty lockdown.
Nice place only if we had the time to sleep.
Trust me, you don't want to sleep here. We're, putting up members of the Maltese Mafia to, have somewhere to go to ground, so they don't get whacked when they go home.
Understand.
Right now we're all.
What is it called? Something the mattresses. Anyway.
Yeah, you go into the mattresses. I've read The Godfather. So basically the entire mafia has prepped for war and is turning all of their safe houses into barracks for their people.
Barracks with lots of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Have any coffee and some brandy?
Yeah, sure, coming right up. Anything for the rest of yous? Kids ain't included. We don't serve kids.
How many kids do we have with this again?
You have 2, currently.
So Cosine is...
Cosine is...
Cosine is an adult, pretty much.
How old was Cosine in the first game?
10.
10? Okay, so he's 17,
he's about 17, yeah.
Yeah, legal drinking age in this setting.
Keep in mind, back in the day, if they didn't really give a shit. And also, he probably is
Squiggly's older than she's 21.
I think she's, because she's 28 years old, would be 28.
Yeah.
I'm going to lean between Marie
she's now 21.
and Patricia, and I'm going to ask them, what do you want to drink?
Patricia's whatever is good. And Marie just is no, I don't want to.
She was not, okay, so Squiggly was age 14 at death.
Yeah, so she's 21 now.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whole thing where she avoided dying.
Yeah, she died 2 cycles before the main game.
Yeah.
2 gin tonics? Alright, coming
3.
right up.
3 gin.
3 gin tonics, coming right up. You bit of I can see you're a man who enjoys his spirits. I don't blame you.
While Laura's in the back preparing her stuff, I imagine Speakeasy is also preparing Laura's usual.
Yeah, she's lined up just this row of glasses and is rapidly mixing drinks.
Yeah, give me a gin and tonic as well as a water.
Gin and tonic and a water coming right up. Anything else while I'm doing this?
I'll probably need about 3 of those brandies, by the way.
3 brandies, gotcha.
Unless Tabitha wants to cease my healing process during this, which I guess is kind of impossible. So,
Without even
yeah.
missing a beat, she's like, Tabitha, what would you like? Are you planning on stopping your healing process?
No, he needs to keep his wits sharp.
In that case, 3 brandies coming up. She's like, yeah, just like, she's like she's being super professional about all this. It's just like, whatever, like, all hell is breaking loose. I'm going to do my goddamn job.
Yeah.
Like, might as well get these guys drunk. They'll probably all be dead in the morning.
Yeah.
Is there a spare room I can have for a time?
Well, we got a back room. I honestly don't think we're going to be going through our stock fast enough to really make it much of a problem. How long you need?
Say 4 hours.
Yeah, sure. Go nuts. Just don't burn anything. There's a lot of...
Cosine, could you carry the cauldron for me?
Oh, of course, Dad. Yeah, I got it. Let's see. They starts, like, boiling it towards you.
Kids these days, it's just really good for helping out the adults.
Yeah. So, Squiggly's looking, like, really kind of, like, off-put and worried, and you're not entirely sure why.
You okay, kid? Even though I'm like 4 years older than you?
Yeah, she like looks after cosigns like, I'm fine. It's all right.
Yeah, you don't seem it. Just like kneels down and does the finger over the eyes to make sure they're going and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
It's like,
Forget the term.
I'm gonna make a listen
Okay.
check
Roll.
on the heart rates of everybody inside.
Go for it. Go for it, Daredevil.
22 on that.
Okay, yeah. Everyone's heart rate is elevated. Everyone in the room. Laura's not in the room. Doc's not in the room. Cosine will soon no longer be in the room. His heart rate is super elevated, but he's clearly incredibly stressed, both in good and bad ways.
Laura's would be extremely surprisingly calm.
All right. Yeah, and Squiggly is like on the verge of freaking out, though. Like she's kind of been in that like semi-permanently in that state for the last 24 hours. Which probably not good for her.
Albeit Laura's heart rate is probably weird because she had to get her heart replaced.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
She probably has like a minor heart palpitation that comes from just like the surgery.
Like like she has like a super heart.
An auxiliary.
Was it?
An auxiliary heart.
Oh yeah. She's a space marine basically at this point. But yeah, so like
1930s space marine dawn of a mafia.
yes.
Oh man.
Oh lord. And she's also a spaceship pilot too. The mother one.
That's her granddaughter.
Her grandmother. Or
Granddaughter.
references. But yeah, so Renee, you do you do anything else after you like look at?
I find a place to sit and I just like drag her by her collar and make her sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, kid. We've all been really stressed for the past few days. Let's just take a deep breath and let's take some time to calm down.
It's all right. It's just that. God, the last 24 hours have been crazy, and I don't want to say anything against Doc. I think his heart really is in the right place, but I'm also a little worried about his and Koss's relationship.
About how he's a jerk.
About how he's... Well, he doesn't exactly come off as very stable, and he's something of a racist, and I think he bought alcohol for the children! Oh my god!
Patricia's like, yeah, I can imagine Patricia's trying to drink it, but she's like, oh my god, like how strong it is. It's like, it's like keeping her away.
Yeah. She like runs over and like picks up the glass from her. It's like, Patricia!
Not yet, kid. You still got like a good... What is it like? You still got a good few years before you get into that.
You still got 4 years before you're legally allowed to drink.
Meanwhile, Marie is probably chugging it down. Like...
No, Marie, Marie like didn't ask for a drink, but she's just like now just staring at the one in Patricia's hands with like this fixated look.
Can I roll a tennis check to see if I can just toss a ball and just smack it over?
Okay, go for it.
You're gonna smack Squiggly's the drink out of Squiggly's hand.
Wait, is it in Squiggly's hand?
Not yeah, I'm assuming you're doing this before she grabs it.
Yeah.
All you need is love.
18.
18. Okay. Yeah. So like, as Squiggly's reaching for like a tennis ball, suddenly like flies out and smacks it straight at Patricia's hand and onto the floor.
Oh.
And Speakeasy just like, really?
Yeah, I haven't played tennis in in about 3 days. I need to get my work in.
Yeah, can you try and do that in a way that doesn't get, booze all over my floor?
We'll see.
I fucking hate
It's
this
good.
job.
It's good accuracy practice. What can I say?
Yeah, no. So, so since that moment was interrupted, we're going to actually just jump over to Laura. What is Laura doing in the back room?
Right now, she's modifying her Black Dahlia gun. She's also basically creating a big, huge stash of rounds. Rounds that she had her engineer work on. And she's also painting the gun as well.
Fair enough.
Yeah, one of the things is that she's making her prosthetic stump easier for it to
mount on.
Yeah, to mount her gun onto.
So I imagine in the movie version of this scene, rather than just watching her working out of these things, we're just getting these super fast cuts of zoom in, she cranks the thing, zoom in.
Yeah.
Just screwing a bolt in, screw in the gun cocks into position.
Yeah, there's a pause in the middle of the thing, and it's just her messing with the screw for a few seconds, and then it continues the thing.
The screw keeps falling out of place, and you can't get it. Just can't get it in the right spot.
The end of this, she's going to just hold up the entire gun arm, go groovy.
And then it shows the screw in the middle of the table and her pointing the gun at it, shouting.
Okay, anyway, so in that case, over to the other room where Koss has helped Doc set up his cauldrons and stuff, and is just kind of standing in the at the far end of the room, staring at Doc, clearly wanting to say something but not sure how to breach the subject.
Oh god, that reminds me of that one anime where they basically do what is it called? Is it montages? Yeah, they do a training montage equivalent where it's intense music and angles, but it's extremely mundane tasks that are being performed.
I was looking at the fucking South Park bit where it's the super montage of Kyle learning how to do the most basic skiing moves.
Yeah. Yes, basically.
Yeah, so does Doc say anything while Koss is standing there awkwardly?
Doc is for a short time fiddling with the cauldron and such and getting things prepared.
Alright.
And when he sees that Cosine isn't going to leave the room, he, without even looking up, he just says, I ran away from your mother.
Why'd you do that, Dad?
I was scared. My father wasn't a good man, and I didn't want to end up like him.
Dad, the worst thing he ever did was just leave me and Mom.
It could have been far worse.
How? Mom died, Dad. I ended up...
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
Mom's alive?
Stop. Yes. Okay, what happened is, I'll just say this out of character.
Alright.
My Doc ran away, leaving Cosine with his mother. His
Okay.
mother couldn't handle having a child on her own. So she left him out the front of a family friend's home without letting them know that he was their child. They ended up taking him in, and all they knew about the parents was that one of them was a fencer.
Okay.
And so Cosine
So,
went on
okay.
his epic journey to become the greatest fencer in the world in
Fair
search
enough.
of his parents.
No, because he instead says, Mom abandoned me. I grew up in a foster home. I ended up having to live as the middle person in a pyramid of children. That's right, this is a dramatic scene, but the situation is hilarious. I was the middle of the pyramid, Dad. I was the arms.
And look how great you turned out.
Thanks, Dad, but I mean, like, this whole time, I could have had a father.
It's an ancient plague doctor parenting technique.
God.
That's not true. I could never have been a good father. Everyone else in that room can see that.
But Dad, I was basically raised by Tan and Laura. Laura, she was an alcoholic, constantly, and Tan, God, Tan. You know, she tried her best, but I think that's what ended up getting to her. Is why she ended up breaking like she did. She tried to put too much on herself. You know, the only person who's ever been there for me and hasn't ended up destroying herself in some way has been Squiggly, and she almost died like a dozen times.
Multiple times.
Like this entire weekend, she's been running around. I only just found her again, and the very first thing that happened after I managed to meet back up with her was we almost all got killed, and then you came back into my life.
So what do you plan to do then?
I don't know, Dad. I don't know what to do anymore. I mean, I've always just done whatever seemed right, but right now the only thing left is to try and stop Sign. But, I mean, after that, I mean, what else is there?
I'm unfamiliar with the friends of yours that you've made over your life. But why do you think Sign would have betrayed you?
I don't know. It's because she's a goddamn traitor. Because she turned against all of us. Because I don't know. I don't know why.
Tell me, when I tracked you down, your foster parents were killed. Do you remember how?
I try not to think about it, Dad.
They were killed by a rampaging Skullgirl.
Just like Tan. Just like Sign was planning to do. Just like Epo is doing now.
So, do you want others to end up like you?
Of course not, Dad.
Then we kill the Skullgirl.
Alright, but what will we do after that?
we kill all the fucking parasites.
What about Leviathan? He's always been pretty cool, even in kind of awkward situations. He's always been really chill about all that stuff. It's sometimes, sometimes it's a little bit weird. Not gonna lie, it's occasionally a little bit, but he's always been very gentlemanly like, and boy, some of those mornings have been awkward. Oh, jeez. But
Yeah.
What?
By the way, Tabitha would have heard that.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you hear this from the other room.
Yeah, like Tabitha would have,
Yeah.
and but Fade would not.
No. Okay.
So
Yeah.
they are now discussing what to do about the Doctor's maniacal fascination with removing the parasites from the world.
I'm not actually going to do that. That was a joke. Okay, calm down.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. That's good. That's good.
I like the thought that Tabitha stopped listening right before then.
Well, no, Tabitha can't help it.
Yeah.
She gives me the Nanjin power, but then the ability to the Daredevil powers, but hers are far stronger.
Yeah. So she's picking up on all this.
Yeah.
That means sonic attacks would be really nasty.
Duhad, can I make a roll?
Sure.
sort
Go
of?
ahead. Roll
I'm
parenting.
going to type to you. No, that's not what I'm...
Do you not have the parenting skill? -2.
Well, he never was
Which, I
trained
mean, is
in
a-
it.
Hold on a moment while I get...
He was never trained in it, and I mean, like, it is a skill that, like, nobody ever gets by,
Yeah.
running away from their children,
Oh God. Yeah,
I
okay.
think
Roll.
that could be an interesting plot twist.
Yeah. Roll that. I'm curious. Roll that for me and tell me the number you come up with.
I'm scared.
Okay. Intelligence plus physician height.
Oh, no.
That was an 11.
It's an 11. I'm gonna roll a dice.
These are the moments we are
High
most
or low?
afraid of.
High.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Have you not noticed
hello.
yet, Oakside?
No, notice what, Dad?
You're going to be like me soon.
Like how? I'm gonna be a doctor?
It will be your choice whether or not you run away when your child is born.
Cosine just stops.
God damn it!
Is pregnant. Sign.
He
I'm going to have a grandchild.
Cosine just walks over to a nearby box of alcohol and sits down. Just starts patting his knees with his hands, staring into the middle distance.
I miss
Oh,
so much.
God.
Oh God.
Oh God!
How sure are you of this, Dad?
I am a doctor. I can tell you what I see with my own 2 eyes.
He's like, I need to go and talk to Squiggly, and then I think all 3 of us need to have a short conversation. Excuse me, Dad. He gets up and walks out, and the rest of you all see like a really fucking pale, sweaty Cosine walk over to Squiggly, whisper something into her ear, and lead her to the back room.
Hey!
You weren't in the room, so you don't see any of this, Belil. You'll find out in a moment.
Oh, good.
Hey, where are you going? You just can't walk off like that.
But like Squiggly's just like, Cosine needs me for something. I'll be right back. Don't worry.
You're making me
So,
work already.
I'm gonna look. Winter, what's your character's name?
Renee.
Renee,
Uh,
tell me about this game you mentioned earlier. This tennis.
oh god. She is now infatuated. Like, that's not the right word, but she is now just fangirling over the entire sport of tennis that I do not care to explain.
Right. So eventually, like after you've explained the initial thing, he's like,
she has to draw on a napkin what the court
Yeah.
looks like because you keep getting confused as to what each part of the court is.
Yeah. So as you're
Can't
having
you
this
see
conversation,
it's right here?
as you're having this conversation, Laura, you finish your modifications.
Mm-hmm.
So
Laura steps out, and what you can see is that she's wearing a brand new suit with vertical stripes all around. It's gray, obviously, because everything's gray. And she has on her shoulder a leg-long, what looks like trench coat that's been attached to the suit to look like a side cape, sort of like what Boba Fett has. And and as she moves the sort of thing out of the way, you can see that her Black Dahlia gun is now much different, and no longer has like showing cartridges on the back of it. Like you can't see the backs of the cartridges anymore, and it also has a special design on it as
Is
well.
it like the one in the image?
Yes, I will post the image in the Skype chat again so that you can.
all right. Fair warning, Hare is staying with me for a couple of days, and he'll be arriving soon. So I might have to like very temporarily like leave to like let him in. And
We're good with that.
Finish,
We can
yeah,
do
I'll finish the game. I don't want to like cut it short when he arrives or anything, but like, yeah.
so. By the way, all of this new stuff, aside from the new suit, because it's not like sitting the same way on you, is completely lost to me.
Okay. Fair enough. So as you come out and you all see Laura's new look, you suddenly hear from the back room Leviathan and Squiggly both shouting in unison, "What?"
What did I miss?
Apparently, the doctor has a thing against parasites. I'm gonna walk up and just like kick the door open.
Yeah. You see Squiggly and Cosine hold each other's
Hold on,
hands.
which door are you kicking in? The one that the doctor is in, or?
Yeah.
I am now entering that room.
Yeah,
You're welcome to
Squiggly and
try to
Cosine are
stop.
holding hands, looking at each other, like both fucking worried and like pale and freaked out. And you walk in.
Renee is right behind. Yeah.
Are they going
It's
into the
something-
room with Squiggly and?
And Doc and all of them, yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay, Laura would like to follow
Yeah,
behind.
so you
obviously
will follow
confused.
in.
Yeah. So, what was
Oh,
going on?
if Cosine sees, he would notice that the cape thing that she's wearing is a very recognizable long trench coat.
Oh, that's cute.
Mm.
So, what's going on here?
Family drama.
Yeah.
The two are
You weren't
ignoring
trying
you.
to remove Leviathan?
Leviathan looks
This-
just as worried and freaked out as like the other two. And it's like he looks over at you two and starts like shaking, like the rest of you start shaking his head and like doing a little motion with his tail, like
Get out.
the little like throat slashing motion of like no, stop.
Oh,
The doctor is still sitting with his legs crossed with
Yeah, just like a bubbling
sort of
potion. in front of you.
chemical reagents and stuff scattered around him.
Is this something between you two?
Cosine, like you can only see Cosine's face, like Squiggly's turned away from you, and like he's like ignoring you. Like he seems like totally focused on her, and like the two of them are just like. Doc, do you want to elaborate at all, or are you just gonna let that sit? Both options are totally valid, honestly.
I think the potion is okay if I let it sit for just a moment. I stand up, like, puts his hand on one of his knees, and you can hear, like, his bones cracking in a dozen places. Come with me, everyone, please. And he leads everyone out of the room, except for Simon.
Because
Good time.
Except for Sign, but she's not in the room already.
Yeah. Yeah, we follow. Well, I follow at least.
Actually,
What's going on between those two?
I've never been a good parent. And now
I can fucking
Zombie
imagine.
Cam is having to wonder whether or not Doc would realize that not letting the happy couple tell their friends that they're pregnant is an asshole thing to do.
Well, that's a question that Zombie Cam will have to think about. What the Doc would think. I know what Duhad would think, but
Don't you mean what the Trinity would think?
I'm gonna roll
Yeah,
for this because
go
I can't
nuts.
decide.
I
want to
guess
see
that-
if he's learnt enough.
yeah.
I don't know what to roll though. I'm gonna roll
Just
in
roll a D,
willpower.
Like just roll willpower. Yeah. Roll willpower, and then you can like ask me if you want.
Can I roll an intelligence to see if I can piece something together?
Okay. What do you think, Duhad?
I personally would say that that's more of a thing for the couple to tell people. Like you.
Oh no, I know that, but
Oh yeah.
Doc probably doesn't.
Doc probably would not. In fact, considering Doc's family history, he'd probably see children as being more of sort of like not like a happy event, and more of like oh shit, they're preggers. Like that's boy, I hope they can handle that. Oof. Like fair warning, be careful around them. They're probably freaked out because of this whole kid thing. Terrible news.
There's a family issue has come up. Squidgy's pregnant.
What?
It's like
Yes,
like
I
a
know.
visual.
Very troubling.
Yeah, just a
Of a
pan
Rubik's
over
cube
all of her
ends up
face.
of a Rubik's cube falling into place in her head. And she's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. The kids are both just staring, and like behind the bar, Speakeasy is just continuing to like clean glasses, completely unaffected. She eventually just breaks the silence and goes, "Why don't you go get a ring or something?"
That brings up a good point. Have they been engaged yet? Or
They have.
I had no idea about this. Then again, I wasn't even sober then again, I wasn't even conscious half the time. So I have no idea how obvious it was.
Yeah.
Laura, she doesn't have positive experience with children either.
Yeah.
Mostly because in her family, after one child, pretty much all the other ones start dying.
That's fair. So yeah, like, no, a lot of good history here with kitties.
Yeah.
Renee's just been a single child, so she has really no knowledge of any of that.
Fair enough. Would Fade
I'll be
have
with this in a
any?
minute.
Would Fade have any experience?
I'm currently trying to. Consider that back where he's from, family was he lived in a tribal society. Like, if you consider the Aztecs kind of a thing, but not Aztecs. He was raised in a advanced to the age of like
Bronze Age society that kind of has like a very like a culturally advanced. They're not necessarily as technologically
Yeah, so it was the old Celts. So like, yeah. But
So, like-
I'm currently contemplating how to phrase what I'm about to say. So if people want to continue for now, that'd be
Okay.
beneficial.
Yeah, like actually, like while you guys are all like thinking of what to say, like Speakeasy pulls out like her like a collection tray and stuff, and fishes around and pulls out a ring. It's like, you got this one. Some guy pawned it for to help pay off his tab. I think it's basically her size.
Yeah, just put it on the counter.
Yeah, it's like a signet ring. It's like not like a gold band at all or anything. It's just like,
Mhm.
It's something.
yeah.
Huh.
I never would have guessed.
You telling me that? I basically raised them. I'm more of a fucking mother than this guy was a father.
Ooh.
Jesus.
I mean, you're not wrong at all.
You're not wrong, but Jesus.
Actually, yeah, like you say that out loud. Does like Doc say anything in response, or like?
Dr. Nod.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he seems pretty practical about this sort of thing. Yeah. So
Yeah, this completely blinded me.
Perhaps you would be better to give them the ring then.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Laura like goes over and then picks up that ring.
yeah.
She after like a few seconds, she slowly makes her way to the door and opens it with the big huge gun.
Well, my screen went to sleep because of how long it's been sitting idle. But yeah, see you come in, you actually see that like Cosine is crying and like Squiggly is patting his back, and like she kind of looks up at you as you walk in, and is
Hey.
like, hello, Laura.
You alright?
Yeah, Cosine is having a little trouble, but she kind of looks at him, then looks back up to you, like we're all right.
I heard the news. Yeah.
I was hoping to surprise people, I guess, but
I understand.
surprise.
Yeah. So, about when did this this happen? Between how long?
I just learned from Doc, but it explains a couple of things. So I think he's right, and as to when, well, we've been together for a while now, and
Was it obvious, and I was just not being able to see it because I was passing out drunk?
I don't think Sign realized either. She might have. I don't want to think about that, but yeah.
Well then,
She kind of sees the ring in your hand. Is like,
yeah.
oh,
Surprise!
thank
Yeah,
you, Laura.
yeah. Don't worry. If you
She like kind of bends down a little bit and whispers something into Cosine's ear, and he turns around, wiping tears out of his eyes, and like looks at you.
Hey, I know that things have been rough. She sits down. A lot's changed in a matter of about 7 years.
He nods like,
I know that I was sort of a shitty guardian too.
He kind of shakes his head. Like,
Yeah. You know, I want to make that up to you. All right. But
yeah, he nods.
I want to be there for both of you, and sign if we can. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
He reaches out a hand for the.
Yeah. She shakily puts it into his.
Yeah. He like takes a second. Down. Yeah, and he's like clearly having trouble right here. Like he kind of looks out the door, and you can kind of get that he's thinking about his dad, and then he turns around and offers the ring to Squiggly, and she takes it and puts it on her finger. It's a little too big, but she gets it on. And,
I kind of feel like my bad role modeling was part of the reason why something like Tan happened. You know.
Cosine finally like kind of gets a hold of himself enough and goes, "No, Laura, Tan, sign. It's not your fault. It's too many things happened for it to be your fault."
I've been the most sober at this point in my life than ever before, because the monster that I had been realizing had been destroying what I've been working towards. The mafia has been destroying that, and I had no idea, but it makes sense because he's been destroying every other part of my life.
I know, Laura.
I'm so afraid because, without him, I have no idea if we can even, beat this thing, this Skullgirl.
You feel something wrap around your back, and like Leviathan actually pulls you into the other two who hug you and each other. Like it's like it's all right. We're gonna do this, Laura.
At about this point, the doctor, he's like his back pressed up against the wall, sliding slowly into the room, trying to not interrupt them, but he needs to get back to his potion. Okay,
So it's kind of happy in the background. Cousin's like we're gonna do all this together, Laura.
Yeah,
we're gonna make this all right.
I'm gonna make you one promise. If we make it out of here, I'm going to make up parenting. I'm going to fix things. I'm going to purge my fucking mafia of all this corruption.
Yeah.
And then after the Skullgirls thing is done, we're gonna set things right.
It's gonna be better. We're gonna take care of this. And it's hair just informing me that he's on his way.
Yeah. So Fade's just gonna come in.
Okay.
He's gonna hold out a silver coin to Leviathan.
Yeah, he reaches out and like grabs it between his two little mouth.
Yeah. For the baby.
He just nods and like kind of gives you like this appreciative kind of like, yeah, thank you kind of look.
Just as you do this, you hear...
That's an old tradition where if the baby holds on to the coin for too long, then it's going to be a miser, and if the baby drops it, it's considered to be like a shopaholic, essentially. So there's no good winning. There's no winning with that because, like,
you just want to hope that like it holds on just long enough for you to bullshit that it kind of hit a nice sweet spot.
Yeah,
Like-
it's an old Celtic tradition. So
like Leviathan, I'm like kind of gets what you're doing with that, and it's like, yeah, okay, awesome, thank you, like
Yeah.
much appreciated, Tabitha specifically.
Really, all you're going to give is a coin. Here. She reaches into her wallet, pulls out like $300 and hands it over just casually. Here. This is how you actually pay.
that's
Ignorant to the tradition and everything.
Yeah, she's like
Also
she
hilariously,
takes
that
300
coin-
bucks.
yeah. That coin was also the one given to Fade upon his christening. So
that's adorable. No, okay, so yeah, you put this in, it's like a nice little gesture, and then like Renee takes out like a big wad of cash and puts it down next to the two like incredibly rich people.
I can't believe Fade is such a miser that he held on to the coin until for 1,500 years.
Yeah. Nicely done, Valil. Oh jeez. So yeah, there's like this like after a while they kind of like pull apart a bit and like Squiggly and Cosine like officially announce to the rest of you like we're having a kid. And also, I guess we're officially, like, this is happening. You know, we really need to, like, plan this out when we're not, like, literally under the gun. But hopefully there's
Or
going to be a
Skullgirl.
wedding soon.
Speaking of guns,
Oh no.
I poke my head out the door. Hey, speak easy. Speak easy.
Yeah?
That's your name, right? Yeah.
That's my name, yeah.
Do you have any crew served weaponry, like mortars or
There's a bar. I got a shotgun.
mounted? But you're mobster, aren't you? Like
Yeah, we also got we got some Tommy guns. We got some shotguns. We got a couple of grenades.
nothing that's mounted.
Mounted? Nah, nothing like that. You know how hard it is to get that stuff when it's all going up to the front?
That's a good point. You know, I used to work in a crew weaponry.
She leans over the bar like,
thing.
oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts.
We shut down. Well, I never actually directly killed anyone, obviously, but
Yeah.
me and my crew.
that's
we
why they're
shut down a
called
lot of
indirect
gardens.
fire weapons.
Yeah, I was actually part of feral unit. We kind of got just like tossed out in front because of the fact that we were a couple of ferals and they considered us expendable. Anyway, it didn't really work out, and I ended up getting brought back because of the taps your head. You know, all that mutton about they ends up going in after a while. Then the fact that they, took out a big chunk past her side.
At the mention of the war, you notice that Fade grimaces hard.
You conscientious objector?
Personal violence is something that is bound to happen. That's where my job comes in. War is, well, an unsavory business.
What is it good for? You know?
Hey, don't get me wrong. Those fucking Canopy Kingdom goons, really did a number on the rest of us. That's why that's why I joined up here with the Maltese group. We're doing right. We're gonna end the war by killing all those sons of bitches.
In other
Not if we can
winds.
help it.
What was that?
In other
Not if
winds,
we can
but
help
this
it,
one doesn't
speak
help
easy.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Not if we can help it, speak easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you, Lord. Don't worry. We're not. We're gonna find a peaceful solution. If not, she holds up the shotgun. We got other alternatives. It's like they used to say back in the army. Like any problem that is dead It's no longer a problem.
Yeah, we should probably be getting ready to go.
All right, yeah, of course. Hey,
How long has it been for my potion?
it's been now 1.5 hours.
Ugh. Guys, we're gonna have to rest for 2.5 hours.
Laura looks at the time.
It's about noon now.
We have a lot of the day left.
Yeah. And Speakeasy kind of leans over past you and waves over to the people inside the room. It's like, hey, by the way, Mazel Tov on the kid.
Okay.
Speakeasy says that.
Yeah.
Oh, and put all of that on my tab, by the way.
You got it, boss. I know you're good for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, at this point, he picks up another 3 coffees because he's had to have a steady stream of them to stay drunk, or to stay
Coffees?
he has
make you
coffees with brandy.
Oh, okay. I
So,
was
So
like,
it's not drunk; it's alert, but his senses are kind of dulled because
Okay, so
he still has the stinging pain of the magic. But his body's healed, but it still hurts a little bit.
Yeah. So you essentially have a bunch of Irish coffees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go back and observe the potion.
Okay. It's bubbling along. It seems to be like it's just sort of bubbling down at this point. It looks like it's you can see around the edges there's sediment where clearly the water the actual water level is starting to evaporate off.
Mm.
And it's kind of got
Are
this
we not
weird
gonna-
citrusy smell.
are we not gonna go and do anything?
We'll skip ahead 2.5
Yeah.
hours. Game time, and then we'll.
So there's a brief montage of everyone sitting around,
Yeah.
sleeping.
Laura's
drinking.
whittling with her. Obviously, if she put on her actual prosthetic, if they're just gonna be sitting around for several hours.
Yeah, there's throughout the course of this rest period, the Squiggle and Cosine take turns crying and talking and generally just trying to figure out what the fuck.
I have tried to explain the aspect of family to the doctor
Yeah, okay.
because he's
He
been
nods
really bad
along.
at it.
But doesn't get much of it.
Because he's focused on his potion, right? Or his-
Renee
Because
sat
he's
down,
been really good at the whole family
Innate
thing.
terror.
Yeah.
Renee sat down next to Laura, just dumping a giant box of balls onto the tennis racket and just bounce as they just bounce over there. She says, this used to be harder.
Yeah, there's a bunch of these you actually have these weaponized ones as well, these green metal balls. Ow. So yeah, after the end of the 2 hours, you Doc, you have finished. You've
Balls of steel.
simmered this stuff down, mixed it into flour and stuff, and baked out these 2 large cookies. You also are.
I imagine them being very
permanently-
broken up and fragmented.
Yeah. Also, you are currently permanently down 20 essence points.
Oh, really?
Yeah, basically the 10 essence points per cookie are invested into the cookies until they're consumed.
Are you sure it's saying that, or
Yes.
or is it saying for
It is
until the process of brewing for the 4 hours?
Oh, it might be that. Hold on, let me double check. Da 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 da.
The components are boiled together while spending essence, 10 essence per quart, for a period of 4 hours. The essence spent in this manner cannot be regained until the process is over.
Okay, never mind. In that case, it's not what I said, but you'll require an additional 20 hours to recover all those essence points.
Actually, it'll take me.
Oh, you have channel.
What's
You
that?
forgot his channel.
5 times 20. It takes 5 seconds to regain 1 essence point. So,
Okay. So in that case,
So,
you're
in a few minutes.
insanely tired, but after a few minutes, you'll recover. Okay, so yeah, you got these cookies, and everyone's kind of sitting around, looking uncomfortable and nervous and all that. And now that you've finished cooking,
what do those do?
As the doctor wraps a napkin around it, he says, "Nothing as of just now."
So we spent 4 hours here for cookies that do nothing.
As of yet.
oh, they look like pretty good looking cookies.
Patricia, don't eat those yet.
What? I wasn't gonna eat the cookies.
Yeah.
Swat her hand away.
Patricia and
Marie.
Marie, maybe you shouldn't come with us.
What? That's ridiculous. Why shouldn't we come with you? We're in this together. We're like the three amigos.
Because there are people who have guns and magic that are willing to kill us. There.
Well,
I
no
know,
reason
it's
why
not
you
so
need
many
someone tough like us to take care of you. I've been taking care of Marie my whole life. Isn't that right, Marie? I don't
From
drive
the
me into
best.
this.
From
need
my
somebody-
for it.
man.
They've survived this far.
Look,
They need
I don't want
somebody-
to put them in harm's way like this, especially since this is way tougher than what you think it is.
What
No.
a Skullgirl!
No, not just that, but sign.
Sign.
Do you know how
Fine.
you know how much stronger of a sorcerer she is than you think?
Well, obviously not, because if she did, then they would think on the right level. But that being said, I'm with Laura on this one.
I'm in for that idea.
After all, who has to stay behind and protect Speakeasy here?
Speakeasy just looks at you and then looks at the kids and then shrugs and goes, "Yeah, I mean, like, how am I supposed to clean these glasses and take care of that gun? I need someone pretty tough to take care of that for me, you know? You look pretty tough, kid." Peacock's like,
May I
Don't
borrow your
worry.
shotgun for a moment?
define borrow.
Without ammunition, so that I can show the kid how to not hurt themselves with it.
All right. She like cracks the gun, pops the two like shells out, catches them midair, like clicks the gun closed and tosses it to you.
I'm going to go over rudimentary, here's how you don't take a penalty while using the shotgun, but without having it have any points invested.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so like, well, you teach her. You can't get her to the point where she won't like have any penalties, but you do get her to the point where she won't shoot herself.
Yeah.
Never look down this side of the barrel.
Yeah.
I hand Fade the revolver, my second revolver from earlier, so you can show them that as well.
Yeah.
So they don't.
So, I essentially run through that. The revolver is a much easier gun to handle, and mostly they'll come into problems with reloading. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, don't worry. We'll come back for you as soon as this is over. All right.
All right.
Yeah. I'll take everybody out for some creamed ice, or whatever they call it.
It's ice
Yeah.
cream now.
Gelato or something.
Yeah, and like you actually
It is.
see, like I've seen you guys have like this like this armory and there's all this stuff in there, and you actually see like Squiggly is like fitting herself with like this armored vest.
Is there any mounted weaponry?
There's not mounted weaponry. But like yeah, Koss is like helping Squiggly into this armored vest, and you kind of get the impression that she's coming with you.
Oh, the hell no!
Yeah.
Like she gives you a look and says, "Oh God, children and firearm safety." Okay, yeah. Very, very, very good. Very good point.
Very
No.
valuable information.
No, she gives you like a very determined look and is like, "Listen, I'm not coming with you after the. No, I don't. Goddamn, I don't want to talk to philosophy. Sorry, Skype is being weird. Anyway, yeah, like Sun gives you this Squiggly gives you like this very determined look and says, "I'm not coming with you to deal with the Skullgirl, but Cosine needs to be there to deal with Sine, and I'm not letting Cosine out of my sight."
Look, I have a job to do, and I understand that you are worried about your significant other. However, you're not just taking care of yourself right now. That means that I am not just protecting you right now.
She like fixes you with this stare and says, "Listen to me. If we're going into the new unit, not everyone there, yes. Yes.
Okay.
All right, cool. Good.
Hold on. To her own or to someone else's?
Yeah, prior.
To what?
Prior, her first.
Okay.
Her.
Okay. Then yes. Yeah.
All right, sweet. Laura goes towards her room, her secret room, for a little while.
Okay. Yeah. So like as you're doing that, like Squiggly's saying, like, listen. If we're going to the new unit, there's going to be enough loyalists who won't have totally, who will listen to us. Cosine isn't that well known in parts of the building. He and Sine both have sort of left the running of day-to-day operations to me, and if I'm there, more people are going to listen to us. We can avoid a fight altogether, and at least until we've gotten up to closer to where Sine's personal bodyguards and staff will be. If you're going alone, you're going to possibly have a fight all the way up to Sine.
Well, we're out before then, for sure.
All right. Fine. One condition.
What?
If I grab you and take you somewhere, you don't fight. You just go. Because if I have to fight a struggling person that I'm currently jumping out of a window with, somebody is going to be injured, and it won't be you, because I will make sure it's me before we hit the ground. But that will hurt a lot. I can only jump out of a 7th-story building once a day.
I understand. I won't. I'm leaving myself I realize that a lot of you might think this is an unnecessary risk and that I'm being selfish here, but I promise I will make this as easy for the rest of you as possible. And as soon as this is over, me and Cosine will. Okay, I need to take care of her. Says as soon as me and Cosine helped you take care of Sine, we'll return here until the danger is past.
All right.
Okay, talk amongst yourselves for just a minute.
Laura returns from her room. She looks kind of the same. We don't really notice anything different.
I meant to mention this before, but I really need to help you out with your fashion style.
Who are you saying this to?
To Laura.
Oh.
And actually to Fate
You
as
need
well.
to help.
Fuck it.
You need to help me with my fashion style.
Faye just looks at you and goes, I don't see what's wrong with it. By the way, his socks don't match, and his pantsuit, or his suit, is, the top is pinstriped, and the bottom isn't.
You're
Like-
Oh.
He looks like somebody who didn't dress himself, but everything is immaculate about the clothing that he's wearing, except for the fact that they're mismatched.
You're kind of wearing a dirty tennis uniform.
Well, if I had the time to change, I would.
Well, let's say after this, I treat you to a nice, good dress fitting, suit fitting. Which one of those are you?
Either.
Later hoes.
I myself am more of a dress woman, but
All right.
I'm going to lean. I'm going to lean towards Speakeasy. Be like, what's a dress and what's a lederhosen?
April's not here. But,
Yeah.
I'd imagine she basically tells you clothes. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, well, yeah, we'll all hang out. That's our deal, right?
Yeah. If we make it out of this.
We will make it out of this.
You're surprisingly optimistic.
We've dealt with the world of shit before. We can deal with the world of shit together now. That is how we are.
Have you been picking up my voice?
Yes, a little.
Probably. I am very inconsistent with this voice.
I'll
Shit's that
be right
in
back,
character.
Alright.
All right, sorry, Harry got lost, so I have to go out and get him again in a little bit. But it's all right. I'm here for a bit. Anyway, so what's going on?
We've talked about
We finished a conversation about a thing.
Okay.
I imagine we'd start.
Nothing GM relevant.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, yeah. You you all get in the big truck.
Yes.
All right.
The now armored caravan.
Okay, yeah. So
Or not a caravan. It's like one of those ancient, like, giant vans that, you can put a coffee table in.
Fair enough. Okay, so y'all load into this big truck and you drive over to the new unit building. As you do so, you're driving to the building, and like on the street you see like rioting and people like fighting, and occasional gunshots. And as you start getting close to the building, shit gets crazy. Like there's rioting and like people out everywhere around the building. Like even before you've reached it, everyone's going nuts. And you actually see army troops in the area, like mobilizing.
I'm tempted to ask to make a perception check that I know will be failed.
Yeah, you can go for it.
Yeah.
By the way, all of you have. Did anyone, just out of curiosity, did anyone grab that radio that Sign was using to communicate?
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah.
Oh, Sign. Yeah, I grabbed the one that Laura gave me. I don't know.
No, the one that Sign was.
not.
All right, actually,
Okay, then no.
Sign probably actually kept it because he kept it. So, as you guys are getting close to the building, you actually hear that crackle to life.
Yeah, failed.
Okay. And you hear Sign's voice over the radio and says, "Are you still out there? Is anyone alive on this line?"
I'm going to hold out my hand for the radio.
All right, Koss hesitates and then hands it to you.
What can we do for you?
Fade. I'm glad to see you're alive. Your reputation is well earned.
Laura makes sure to say
Yes.
Something quiet enough so that the radio doesn't pick it up.
Yeah, fair enough.
Tell her the rest of us didn't make it.
The rest of them didn't make it, but
Maybe not so well earned after all. I
Well,
apologize. I shouldn't be crass. Okay.
Oh, it's
fuck's
all right to
sake.
be crass.
Talk amongst yourselves. Hello?
God damn it.
Hey, guys, I have a plan to get into that building and not have to go through every floor. You guys jump onto my tennis racket and it'll sling you high. Just break through a window.
I'd rather rocket jump.
One moment.
It's practically rocket jumping.
Yeah.
You got me. You're with me, right?
I hope you send that in a whisper.
Yeah, I did. Of course.
Okay.
I assumed everything's in a whisper.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be like, who the fuck's
it's not
that
me.
over the line?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but what Laura would have done if she got the radio first is she would have put on a voice and then faked being a different person.
Oh god.
Mhm.
Having one is fun.
Oh man, it's gonna
So-
be good.
So you in with my plan?
No.
Why the hell not?
I've done my fair share of flying through the air in my life. Doesn't
Isn't
mean
it
they're-
fun?
No. You've never been crushed by a building before, and not a house, a skyscraper. You've never been crushed by a skyscraper.
Shoes at the door? Or...
Jesus.
Yeah, shoes right there.
Right. Okay.
Wow, the Holy Trinity must
Yeah,
have
this is a very
protected
small
you. If only April would be a Mike.
Ah. And there's the rig, huh?
It's Hair Wazig, everybody.
Hey, children!
Fuck off, asshole! Fall
been
off
a
your
while.
horse.
God damn it.
Bedroom, bathroom,
Alright.
hold the ship, so.
I'm gonna get a drink since it very well seems like
I'm thinking of doing the same thing.
yeah.
I'm-
Just all of us get a drink real quick. Someone distracts while this is happening, or tell April to
Water
mute
bottles,
or to edit it out or
and
something.
drugs.
Alright.
Sorry, there's a convenience store that's still open down the street. I'll show you in a second.
Well, no, I've sort of had this weird headache since I...
That went abruptly quiet.
Since April was busy, we just decided to go grab drinks. Sadly, not the alcoholic kind.
No, what I mean is, April's mic went extremely quiet. So I think she muted herself.
Yeah, she did.
I'm outside having a cigarette with Kat, so I'll be back shortly.
Yay, I'm alone. So everyone, how you been? Make sure to drink plenty of water. That's what Renee would say.
I can still hear you, by the way.
Wait, seriously? I hit the stupid button to make the microphone go off.
Oh,
Son of
Yeah,
a bitch.
well played, Duhad!
Yeah, hold on.
Well played.
Yeah, it was
Don't
on.
shout.
By the
but it
way,
got quiet.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
by the way,
Sorry, Amber.
he should come in game with us after a while because I haven't heard from him in like 4 years.
Hair? Yeah. Well, yeah,
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
here, ladies and gents.
indeed.
And making Duhad's camera go out of focus completely.
I will be right. I'm going to finish a cigarette with Kat before we continue.
Okay, I'm just gonna wrap up this scene. We'll do the actual fight against the new unit and possibly the army.
Everyone
back.
went to
What did we miss?
All right.
nothing.
Okay, yeah. So as you guys are going
Never
up
mind.
to the as the thing, the army is like everywhere, and Sign contacts you, and is
Yes?
like, oh, I'm sorry to hear about all of that, though. Like, it was not my intention to. I had no ill will against any of them.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because you did betray them pretty hardcore.
Yeah, she's like you don't like hear anything, but you can almost like feel the like ow, like the too soon coming from like through the radio. She's like,
So,
Renee gets a cheap grin off of that.
you are aware of the second half of my contract, correct?
no, I'm afraid Laura handled all of that.
Well, if I ever lose a charge, I will avenge their memory.
That seems like a very specific part of the contract, but all right. Well, that's a shame. I am sorry to have to kill you as well. I really hope
Nobody's ever been able to do that before. What makes you think it'll be any different for you?
Same way that I think it's going to be different that no one has managed to kill the currently sitting, king of the kingdom in more than 200 years, and yet I'm going to do it.
You haven't done the impossible yet, and you won't manage to do the impossible today. And then I shut off the radio and, just lay it on the thing.
Well, so much for attempts to negotiate. Conflict resolution 101 out the window. Time to fight.
What are you doing? We could have had them think that we were all dead, and they would have not had as many guards. That would have been wonderful.
Yes, and right now, as long as we have loyalist guards at the front gate, we still have the same scenario. The only difference being she's only expecting me, a much smaller threat than everybody else in the van.
Except she's expecting a threat as opposed to no threat from you guys.
Yeah.
Basically went okay, the threat's all taken care of from all your enemies, who were in the ambush. Oh, great.
She's expecting
also,
a
I'm going
threat
to kill you.
versus me coming back with a van full of people that are trying to.
Here's the thing: she's already dealing with the army, so basically, I'm just telling you this out of character as the GM. This is straight up what you've done right now is essentially convince her that she has to deal with you in addition to the army. This was the bad scenario. This is not going to help you.
Now, in his mind, he was.
In your character's mind,
first off, I did not realize out of character that the army was coming to attack the place.
Okay,
I thought
you want to go back and do this again because I very clear.
Yes,
it's been a little while.
Yes.
Okay. Explicitly, the army is outside the gate preparing a full-blown assault. That is what's currently going on. She's contacting you to basically see, okay, what's going on with you people. I already had to deal with the army.
All right.
You see,
so
Laura would have feigned being a different person.
Yeah.
Like a soldier, like one of the guards that she put in that room.
Yeah, hold on. Let's try this again, since parts of the party weren't there, and apparently you missed the bit about the army. So,
in other words, the first day or the first two sessions. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. Yeah.
So you're.
I'll rehandle this.
Okay.
Hello. This is Fade.
Hello, Fade. This is Sign. The strangest feeling of deja vu. Listen, I'm surprised that I heard that. I'm glad to hear that you escaped. Your reputation is well earned.
The others didn't make it, but I'm coming in for a debrief and to help the defensive.
That won't be necessary. We have things organized. Speak with Speakeasy at this location. She's organizing parts of the counteroffense.
I'm sorry, but my protocol is clear, and you've got the army at your doorstep.
That is correct, which is why I don't want you trying to break in. Last thing I need is more of my people dying. We've already lost our best fighters, and unfortunately, most of my agents were killed during the ambush.
Understandable, but my objective is to keep everybody in the inner circle safe. That includes you.
I see. Well, if you manage to break through the lines, I'll make sure to let them know to let you in. Where are you?
Driving through it in an unassuming vehicle. This is not my first rodeo, ma'am.
You realize that they're going to create a blockade, but all right, fine. Best of luck. I hope to see you on the inside.
You as well.
Didn't you armor this thing with a bunch of scrap metal and phone books?
Yes.
Yes.
So
this is a blockade-running vehicle, but keep in mind that it's all on the internal paneling. It's not externally armored. It's internal paneling.
Okay, fair enough.
So they won't know that I'm trying to break the blockade until I am literally halfway through the blockade.
All right, roll me disguise plus. Yeah, roll me disguise perception to see how well like your bluff car looks.
Wouldn't that be intelligence?
Yeah, intelligence actually is good. Yeah, intelligence plus bluff.
Because that's to set up to disguise.
Yeah, okay, intelligence plus
Perception
disguise.
to see.
Yeah.
14. Like, it won't get past the gate, but it, like...
Wow, that was a roll. So as you start approaching the thing, like a military officer steps up wearing full on black egret like armor, and he's like got like a rifle in one hand, and he like holds up. He's like, "Hold it! Like, what's your business here?"
I'm gonna roll down the window.
I lean over and talk over the top of Fade.
You do not want Fade fucking speaking. He's got a parasite on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hello, hello. I'm a doctor. I was called in, I believe. This is my my bodyguard.
Hello, doctor.
I pull out like some papers or something to show that I am a doctor.
Yeah, it's like, I see.
Laura like puts the trench coat over her, takes off her hat and like hides everything underneath the trench coat, and then acts sick.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're in the back. It's a panel van.
Yeah.
Like,
he kind of looks bad. It's like, that lady looks pretty pale. I imagine you're bringing her to the hospital.
No, I'm here to help treat the soldiers. She's just in I need to keep an eye on her, but it shouldn't interfere with my work too much, with helping your soldiers for any casualties from your raid on the building.
I appreciate that. Are you with are you private militia or?
Excuse me?
yes, we're private militia.
Oh, private, yes.
And so you're bringing this armored car in to help with the medical care?
Yes, that is correct.
Well,
It's just for my well-being, the armored car.
yeah, he kind of like points through the thing at like where you thought you would hoped you'd carefully disguise the thing to like little like holes in the disguise. It's like a lot of phone books and scrap metal there.
You know what? If you talk, Renee just gets up from her hiding. You know what? If you talk to Brigadier General Marshall Kelly, he would let you in. He would let us in right now.
What's your status?
Who, mine? Oh,
Yeah.
My status is a 4. I have 4 points in it, which I think is 2.
He looks past you and then he looks over to you and says, "You're a famous tennis player."
Yes, but I'm also the Brigadier General's daughter.
Yeah, of course, Major General Brigadier General. What's his last name?
Marshall Kelly.
Kelly. Yeah. Yeah, you're Brigadier General Kelly's daughter. Hold on. He's actually he's been brought in from the front to take care of this operation. You actually see like someone coming over. It's like a grizzled, gray-haired military officer. Walks over, flanked by 2 bodyguards. Like, Renee, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm here to help this doctor get in and help you guys.
I see. And he like the guy, he like kind of like tells him what's going on. He's like, why is this van been like armored with concealed body armor?
To protect the doctor.
I am very frail, as you see.
Renee, please step out of the car. We're going to have to perform a search.
All right. She steps out.
They
God.
go around the back and start to open up the car.
She walks behind them.
They open it up. There's a bunch of soldiers around, and they open up
Yeah.
to see everyone in the back loaded up for bear.
Well, Laura has her gun underneath the
Yeah.
trench coat, but she definitely has it pointed outward,
Okay.
from underneath it.
Yeah, so here's the thing. They open it up, and as much
Oh,
as
the
like
back
Laura,
does not open.
Okay, they open it. They try to open it. And he's like, "It's locked, sir." And like,
No,
unlock the door.
the back is soldered shut.
Then step
Sure,
out of the
sure.
car, and
That's
we're
even
going to examine
fucking
it.
more
from the front.
suspicious.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, guns are now trained on you. They're like,
It's an
Step out
armored
of the
car.
car.
What did you expect?
step out of the car. We're going to open it up and see what's inside.
All right.
You step out of the car.
Actually, hold on. Can I, from the front? I'm assuming I'm in like the
Yes.
passenger seat because I reached over.
Yeah.
Can I reach the people in the back of the car?
What was that?
Hello?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Can I reach the people in the back of the?
But
Yeah.
God
as you
fucking.
can see,
Sorry.
as you can see,
I
an
forgot
actual
the
fucking
episode,
tank
guys.
strapped on
Sorry.
it.
Anyway,
What happened?
the
What's
internet.
this button do, April? Turns on
Still not
here.
recording.
Hair knocked out the internet, and
I didn't mean to.
Awesome.
it's fine, and we're good,
Yeah, we're good. Just some teasing.
We do have
Anyway.
a plan now.
We made a plan.
Formulated
Okay,
a
good.
plan.
So where were we?
They were
if-
going to check the car, and so the doctor was handing out invisibility potions when you disconnected.
Okay. So the doc is handing out
Yeah.
invisible.
So, Laura, Squiggly, and Cosine are invisible
Yes.
For 10 minutes.
when they open it up. They're
Okay.
invisible.
So what happens then is so everyone goes invisible,
Mhm.
right? And they open the thing, and it's like, oh, seems like a lot of work to fortify this van full of nothing.
It was, yeah.
Have you ever been hit by a stray bullet on the front lines, young man?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, he has.
he like lifts off his shirt, and there's like a dozen bullet wounds, like a magical like burn mark. There's this huge like scar where like his arm was basically reattached after like a Geigen sliced it off. He's like, yes.
He
We
was
were
on the
called in-
front
we-
lines
we were
for
called in
4
with the-
years.
Then I'm sure you can understand a little bit of paranoia on my part.
Yes, I'm sure that you had to protect all of these non-existent medical supplies.
The idea, sir,
medical
was to ensure that the
supplies.
patients that he is working on
Lie
were in
with
fact
the-
safe inside the car.
My powerful grasp of the apothecary. Fucking voice has gone so fast.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's a distinct voice. So yeah,
But-
they're eventually like, okay, fine. As paranoid and strange as he might be, I'll allow this. Renee,
Yes.
I believe the doctor can handle the patients himself. I'd like an opportunity to speak with you as long as you're in camp.
Sure. Her face is still pale, just from fear.
Yeah, so he leads you out of the car and then waves it forward.
Okay, so I'm gonna go.
Okay.
And go to the edge of the camp, because that's typically where doctors would be on the edge of the camp.
Mm-hmm.
But the edge that has, that is facing the building, with the back of the car facing the front, essentially a direct line to the front door. And then
Okay.
I'm going to punch it open.
Okay. So basically we'll end the episode on the car suddenly ramping forward and like smashing through the gates as Renee like stares in horror and her father just slowly turns to look at her.
Oh, fine. I fucking hate your stupid ass.
What a great note to go on.
Yeah.
Now, consider that, like, frontline doctors would still have the thing there. So I'm actually driving inconspicuously up there,
Okay.
pulling the car around, and then opening it so that frontline soldiers can be led into the van.
Hold on. So how close are you
Which
getting?
means since we're all invisible, we would leave, right?
Yeah. Oh, so the invisible wall sneak
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Okay. So the rest of Doc and Fade and Renee are staying in the army camp, while Squiggly, Cosine, and Laura sneak in.
Oh, no, I'm actually going to ask. Well, I will ask the doctor for an invisibility potion, and do that. So,
You might actually need to stick around because they know that you're in the car and are going to be
that's
loading
fair.
patients in.
Yeah.
So
Fair
Team New Unit is sneaking to the building without their bodyguards.
Oh, isn't that great?
And we'll pick up next week, week after next, with the exciting conclusion of this part of Skullgirls 2. And open up
New
the
unit
stage
fighting
for,
new unit.
Yeah, well, the conclusion of the New Unit arc, like mini arc, and then on to the King and
Yes.
the Skullgirl.
Mhm.
But
all right.
yeah, till next time, everybody. I hope you enjoyed yourselves.
Phoenix is a bunch of motherfuckers and they should all die.
Wow,
Next time.
that's nice.
Is